And I welcome you to Williams Island TV. We are in for a lot of fun today. We have a character, one of the most world famous interior designers. You're going to meet with our chef. And more importantly than anything, we're going into the kitchen to do some cooking today. I'm not going to tell you what it is, but I think you're going to have a lot of fun watching it because I think we have so many people, and I know we have so many people that ask, how do they do this? How do they make that? Who's doing it? What's doing it? You're actually going to see it today. But just a few little announcements I do want to bring to your attention. Uh, Unfortunately, coming up in September, the first 2 weeks of September, we're going to have to shut down the pool. We have some modifications we have to make to the steps within the pool, which will require us draining the water, modifying them, putting some new tile in. We found that some of the steps aren't quite the right height, and we thought for safety's sake for the children, we can get a chance to fix it before the season. So we will be closing September 3rd for about 2 weeks, but that notice will be going out, but just to let you know that is happening. Other than that, everything on the island is great. We have stopped the police. They were here for a while and unfortunately gave it a lot of tickets, a lot of warnings, but it seems to have helped tremendously, and we appreciate that at this point now. It seems like people have been adhering more to what we need. Our first children's meeting is coming up, and by that we established a young family committee, for a better word, and their first meeting is coming up in a week, and that's to address the needs of the children on the island, because we have close to 400 children now, and we felt that it was very important that we get the parents involved in what we can and can't do now to help them. Hence, we're putting up the new sports court on the Triangle here outside the club shortly. We'll be opening up the new padel courts that are in the works now. They are already in for permit. We will be starting the spa refresh, and it's going to be quite extensive and quite imagination. We have taken what we've done here, and we want to make the changes and the same upgrades to the spa, because we just feel that you can't have this and then go back in time. So it's been almost 10 years since we redid the spa the first time, and now we're redoing it not only with decorations, but old new layouts, finishes, space accommodations, etc. So over the course of the year, we are going to have a very exciting 2026. In terms of the lifestyle itself, as you can see, everything is up and running, and it's just beautiful. The people are enjoying it, and we just want you to enjoy it, be safe, be healthy, and have fun with your homes. So we want to look forward to seeing you very shortly. Get ready for a very fun show. Perla Lichi will be with us, our world famous interior designer. And the reason she's here is because she has a new TV show starting, but it talks about how decorating is done hands-on, walking through each different type of personalities, how they come about the design, how they do it. But it's a lot of fun. And as you meet Perla, you'll understand why it's a lot of fun. We're going to meet Gabe. We're going in the kitchen, and we just want to say thank you all very much. I want to thank our board of directors for being absolutely amazing. What we have accomplished on this island is just the beginning, but together we are here for you. Have a good day and enjoy the show. And good afternoon. Welcome to Williams Isle TV. Today we're going to have a lot of fun. We are going to be meeting with, first of all, a very, very dear friend of mine who I've only known for about 40 years, 35 years. But more importantly, we met when she decorated the first house I ever built out in Broward. But Perla Lichi, world-renowned, has had one of the most diversified lifestyle. She has been a decorator. She has been a geologist. She has been world-renowned in decorating the royal family's homes in Dubai, Bahrain. But the newest thing, her new life, because she's had numerous lives, is she's a TV star now, and she has her own TV show, and we're getting a glimpse of it today. She has a reality show out about Perla Lichi decorating. And of course, our latest book, You Can't Make This Up, and she says, "Oh, yes, I can." That sums up Perla Lichi. Perla dances to her own drummer. She doesn't listen to a lot of people, and she is truly one of the most talented people I have met in the industry. So I don't even know where to begin with Perla.
Oh my goodness. You need, okay, how long is this show?
We only have 6 hours. Is that enough?
Oh, 6 hours? Okay. Do we have breaks in between? Because,
no
like
breaks.
when we do the little salsa dance in between. No.
Right. So, Perla, tell me a little. I don't even know where to begin, but just how did you get into decorating way back when? Because when I met you and you did the first house for us, you were in your 20s.
Yes, I was. I was in my 20s when we met. I remember, actually. I remember when we met. He was doing, I don't remember what project in Pembroke Pines.
Right.
And I did a whole presentation.
Restaurants?
Yes, yes, yes. I did a presentation and we did a bunch of models. And then we did more models and more models. And then we did your home. And you saw me evolve from classic to modern. We did, I don't know, different styles, Bob, because I always thought that when it comes to interior design, you can't just do one style, because my attitude is when you go to an ice cream shop, do they just have vanilla? No, you gotta have different flavors. And that's me. I have all the flavors, So I offer all the different flavors in my designs. So, and you know that. And
I do.
I don't think you're the type to do vanilla, Bob.
No, I'm definitely a vanilla
You didn't do
person.
vanilla in your home, if I remember correctly. And especially the last one that we did.
So the last one we did, you did a book about.
Oh, yes, it was the front cover.
I used to have money till I met Perla, and after my last house she decorated, I had to get a part-time job. But
Yes, you did.
before we get into what's going on in your life now, I've always wondered, as a decorator, you're almost like a therapist.
Well,
You really have to get
yeah.
to know that person, what they want, what they like, and get it out of them. How do you do that with somebody? You meet somebody and somehow you have to design their life for them.
Well, it's interesting you say that, a therapist. It's I think it's kind of like part of, I think 95% of being an interior designer, which is what I've been doing for 41 years and counting. I mean, I started when I was 3. You were about 10 when we met, right? You
11.
Oh no, you were just having your bar mitzvah.
I was. You came to the bar mitzvah party.
We were young, long time ago. So when we met, it was the beginning of my career, and a long time ago, I realized that interior design is really very important to know the design, to know all about style. For sure, you got to know styles. You got to know the technical part and all of that. You got to have your training. But to me, and that's what makes me stand out from the rest, most important is understanding the person. The person, to me, is 95% of everything. Because if I understand the person that I'm dealing with and I understand who I'm designing for, okay, then I'm going to be able to give them their own look, their own vibe, their own essence in their own home. And what do I do to accomplish that? I mean, what's the first thing I ask everyone when I meet them?
What's your sign?
Well, kind of, when's your birthday? And the birthday gives me the astrology sign. And it's kind of like, to me, a tool to know my direction. So like already I know Bob's a Leo.
All right, but on that point, that's something you've really become very great. You're affluent in the field of astrology, numerology, because you've done my charts on top of everything else.
Oh, I got all your charts, baby.
Which we'll talk about at a later date.
No, yeah, well, with you, because of our long-term relationship, we've known each other all these years. Of course, we got deeper and deeper into the charts, but I'm talking about just someone that I meet.
So you meet somebody, you get a feel for them, you read them, and then you get their ideas and you give it back to them with the Perla Lichi touch.
It's a tool. It's just a tool, because my attitude is, if I'm going to do a design for that particular person, if I understand them, for example, I won't design a house for a Leo the same way I would design a house, let's say, for a Virgo. Totally different vibes. A Virgo is an earth sign. They're going to have different needs than, let's say, a Leo or a Gemini, an air sign. All the elements come into place, and then feng shui comes into place, and then all these different things come into place. So already that's giving me, I use it as a tool to give me a direction. So that's been, I have to say, the secret of my success all these years, believe it or not. Other than the fact that, I can't do boring and I'm a fun person, so people feel comfortable with a person working with you in your own home.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, that is the most, I would have to say.
But you are a people person, and that's a big
Right.
factor to you. Yes. I mean, you have a lot of fun when you do it. And also you have, I remember when we used to do models, you could sit down with a piece of paper and within minutes sketch out the whole place.
Yes.
And I don't mean just on a napkin. I'm talking you could really do the whole design with the woodwork, with the trim, with the whole concept within minutes.
That's amazing that you remember that.
I do. We would sit and because when we would do a community, we'd have 6 different models for 6 different buyers. And you'd have to come up with 6 totally different concepts on one model row. And we'd have to do it within 45, 60 days.
And we did.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And my whole thing right now, which I'm going to tell you about my new show, which is the Decor Diva by Perla Lichi.
Well, we're going to get to that because we have to get to you first.
We're going to get to that. But the thing is the Sharpie.
Yeah.
I need a Sharpie because that's my tool to sketch. And I don't care where. It could be on the wall of a job site. What you're telling me right now, I realize that I've been doing it forever.
Exactly right.
I've been doing it since the beginning, where I can, if I get something in my brain, when I'm talking to you as a client, models, you had 6 models to do, boom, boom, boom. I had to like let it out and just do it right then and then. This is before that. AutoCAD, there was no AutoCAD.
Oh, there's no, nothing computerized at that time.
No
It
computer.
was all on a piece of paper.
Sketch it on a napkin. We did it. How many napkins did we use?
Oh my God. Lifetime. A lifetime. Let me say this, as many weddings as I've been to of yours is how many napkins we've used.
All the napkins. Paper napkin.
Per napkin. So you're a decorator, you're doing amazing times in the United States. You recognize that things were slowing down at some point during the 08 session. You wound up, how did you get to Dubai?
Well, back in 05.
A nice Jewish girl going to Dubai.
Well, yeah, it just was destiny.
Yeah.
Because in 05, I was already very well known for my classic style.
Yes, you were.
They called it the Perla Lichi style at the time, 04, 05. I had my website and I was called by a company in Kuwait, actually. And in Kuwait, they invited me, flew me there in the red carpet, first class, and they wanted me to redesign a whole showroom and do a whole thing for them and redesign it. And we opened an agency there and we started doing work in the Middle East. And then from that came Dubai. And then I opened a showroom back in 09 in Dubai, which is when things were kind of going not so great here.
Right.
So did you ever hear that book, Who Moved My Cheese?
No.
Well, it's like the mouse that took some cheese from one hole to the other, and the
Oh, yes.
So I was moving my cheese from Florida to Dubai because I had a lot of projects happening in Dubai. So all my staff in Florida, we were doing the design, the presentation. So I was traveling every 6 weeks to Dubai to present the designs because there was no digital. So I would travel with suitcases of samples and renderings and presentations presented in Dubai. They would love it, they would approve it, then I would come back, do more work, go back, and we would ship containers.
So who did you deal with when you were doing the royal families? Was it the wives or the husbands?
Oh yeah, the wives.
The wives.
Happy wives, happy lives.
So the men really couldn't care less.
Well, no, they did. I met all of them, very respectful. Everybody in the Middle East was very respectful, but my scope was mostly with the ladies, and we hit it off. And my attitude is, no matter where you are, guess what?
The women roll the roast.
That for sure, but my whole thing was that there's only, you're gonna laugh, there's only 12 signs. There's only 12 astrology signs. So it didn't matter what culture. So as long as I knew their astrology sign, I knew my direction.
Now, how did they feel dealing with you from America?
Oh, they love me. Oh my God, are you kidding? Once we were together, the girls, the women, they took off their abaya.
So when they took it off, they had the greatest clothes in the world on, didn't they?
The Prada, the Gucci, Versace galore. We had the best time.
So you had fun with the women.
Oh my God, yeah, well, I was one of them. I mean, I was hanging out with them just like, we're buddies because that's how we bonded, that's how it was.
So what happened? Why'd you come back?
I came and went.
So you just kept going, but then you stopped eventually then.
Yeah, by 2000, I would say by 2017, 18, I got so busy here again. And then, my sons got married and then grandchildren came. No need to come and go. I have enough going on here. I decided to focus here. Times of life change, It's a lot of schlepping back and forth.
Oh, it's a lot.
I have some stuff going on overseas, but not much. I have more of a national project. So I'm here. I did it for 15 years. I'm good here.
Tell me how you wound up on television. Where this, I can see it because you'll be an amazing.
Well,
But Perla's show, when does the show start?
It's coming up by the end of August, beginning of September.
Okay.
It's called The Decor Diva by Perla Lichi. Okay. So why The Decor Diva? Because back in the 90s, we used to have a syndicated column and it was in about 50 newspapers. And did you ever hear about the Dear Abby? Where, Dear Abby, they ask you like, questions. Okay, so I used to get questions, they used to mail them to me, Dear Perla, it started out as that, then I called it the Decor Diva, I trademarked the name. So Dear Decor Diva, so what do I do if I have a door that's open and you're in the living room and you see the toilet? So what? I used to answer them with advice and then with humor because, me, I'm kind of funny, I can't do boring stuff. So
Right.
I used to answer them and I used to send them a photo and we used to post them in the newspaper. I mean, this is back in the Flintstone age when there was like no social media. There was no, we're talking about the 90s. So they used to put them on different newspapers. It was Ohio something, San Juan Star in Puerto Rico. I can't remember, so many newspapers. So we went on for a few years and it was kind of cute because people would follow me through the newspapers. So that went on. And then I went back and forth to international and that let go. So now I'm part of this new network called the Diva Network, which is a lot of women doing different, associations and network communities.
Are you listening to this, Arlene? I'm going to get you on the Diva Network.
Pretty great.
See, there you go. Get her on.
Diva girlfriend, you're coming over. Okay.
There you go.
You're coming over. Diva it is. We support each other. So when I met with Christine, who is the one of the founders, she told me about the distribution. Oh my God. She says, there's going to be a show about women in construction. Why don't you join? So she's telling me about women in construction. She says, you could be the designer. So I'm looking at the show. I'm like, I don't want to be part of a show. I can do my own show. Part of a diva show. I am the Decor Diva. Let me just do my own show. I got a lot to tell. What, am I going to be a 10-minute? I need at least a half hour. She says, you want to do it? Okay. So we created this whole show. I wrote my lines. I have so many homes and story. So what the show is about, it's about, you really want to know?
Yes.
Okay. Imagine this. Well, you've seen it, and you've seen it in real life. So imagine that. Imagine that. What do I do? Imagine that. Sketching the ideas in front of people. Okay, so Bob saw it, he lived it, okay? So meeting a client, they tell you what you want, but let's say, like I'll give you one example. There was this lady, she goes to me, Perla, I have one word, Versace. That's what I want, Versace. Okay, so she said Versace. She wants her whole house remodeled to look like Versace. So what do? Oh my God, I went back to my team. So now we go. I pulled all these Versace scarves for inspiration. She had this, it was a 1983 house and she had glass block. Oh my God, we got to get rid of the glass block. And you see us through the process of design, sketching on photos. You see us on the back room, how we evolved from an old house. And you see the before and afters. You see us doing all of this. And then you see me going to the house and explaining all the creative things that we will do and the end result. So it's a 25-minute show. But the idea is that what it is, this is just one show. There's another one about...
So the show is primarily about a particular couple, house, woman, whatever.
It could be anything. It could be, it's a show about creative interior design solutions to any design problem, and it shows you the history, how it starts, how it ends, from beginning to end. It could be anything. It could be a complete single family house from beginning to end. It could be one small condo, or it could be a house that was remodeled, a 1963 house, what it looks like now, 2025. This house has 8-foot ceilings. Now those on the ceilings look like they're 20 feet high, reflecting. All these tricks, I call it tips and tricks that I'm pulling out of my sleeve. And my sleeve is, I always wear a long sleeve kind of, or not wearing no short sleeve. So it's fun. And the funny thing is people laugh. because my whole thing is I can't do boring. You know, we're not going to do like, okay, student, I'm going to teach you how to do the. No. People have to sit there and watch and enjoy the show, because we are a show, and learn. So my whole goal about the Decor Diva is to inspire people with interior design, give them creative solutions, and make them want more. Oh, what is next? What's the next show about? Oh, wow. So that's what this is.
So people are going to actually watch this and get ideas as well. It's actually,
And
it's fun. Yeah, they're going to laugh it.
Yeah.
So you're having fun doing it.
Yes, I'm having fun doing it because, you know, I'm passionate.
Yes, that you are.
Yeah.
So that's exciting. So you're becoming a TV star. After everything else, it fits right in with you. You know that. I mean, what else?
It fits. It's a natural thing. It's a reality show because you're seeing the real what's happening.
And they follow you through the process with this. Isn't that great? So going back before this, I understand now you're decorating Chabads.
Yeah.
So here you go from Dubai to Chabads.
I love that one. From Dubai to Chabad. I love that.
How did that?
Chabad's in Dubai now, though.
How did that come about?
It just did because I think that the first Chabad I ever did was Chabad in West Boca, Rabbi Bucket. And we did that beautiful Chabad back in '08, actually, and it came out gorgeous. And then another rabbi told another rabbi, and then the rabbis, it gets around. And I've done about 12, 14 Chabads. Yeah.
Isn't that amazing?
Now I'm doing the Moshiach Center in Inverary. That's going to be since 2018, it's because it's a replica of the 770 in New York.
Okay.
The total, like the 770, the exterior, the same, and interior, we've been, that should be, God willing, ready soon. You know, we're getting to the details now on the interiors. The woodwork going in, the carpet's going in. So that's been the process because COVID came, so it slowed it down a little bit, but it's happening. And I have one in California, in Beverly. So the word gets out as a Chabad designer, synagogue. So it's my mitzvah, because something love. To me,
a lot of them, you like to give back.
For sure, give back.
That's what you do.
Because life is like that.
No, since I've known you, no matter what you do, it's not a job. It's a part of your life.
You're right.
What you do is Perla Lichi. Right, wrong, and differing, as crazy and wonderful as you may be, you're not just sitting down and saying, okay, here's this. You don't go to somebody in your office and say, take care of this client. As long as I've known you, you were hands-on. And there's only so many hours of Perla Lichi.
You're right. Well, yeah, you know what it is? It's a passion.
Yes.
Within, and it's something that just kind of like radiates naturally, and it's not like I'm feeling like I'm working. You know, it's just my everyday breath that I take. So,
but you know, you, to me, and I've always said this about you, there's a lot of people in the world that have careers. There's a lot of decorators, whether they're good, bad, and different, but they call themselves decorators. And then there's always in every career, doctors, lawyers, medicine, whatever it is, there's always those few that pop out and shine. Your life has always been what's next. And as long as I've known you, nothing's ever been planned. All of a sudden, one day you're doing X, next day you're doing this, next day you're here. But your key that I've seen is your personality and your ability to read people and understand people and give of yourself. And sincerely, you like people. And you try to tell that to people today that, you know, unfortunately, with so much going on online where people don't work with people, they work online, there's Zoom calls, there's Zoom meetings. They've lost that socialization, that ability to one-on-one.
Oh my God, you're so right on, Bob.
And to me, that's been your strength, that you can walk in a room and it's like boom, boom, shake the room, Perla's here. And you make a statement. And no matter what you're there about, by the end of that night, 20 people are going to be talking to you about something exciting.
You're going to make me cry.
No, but it's true about you. And I'm saying it because it's a gift that I wish more young people today understood. It's not going to school and learning a career. It's learning how to deal with people. And that's what you've mastered. And it comes natural to you.
You're right.
It comes natural to you.
It's like I said earlier, I think when we first started talking, that I think interior design is important. You got to have the knowledge, but it's about the people. And if you're a people person and you understand people and you're into the people, you're going to be good at it. And you're right. You're saying exactly. We're talking about the same thing, you and I. You get it. You're seeing it. And that means a lot to me because you are in tune to what I'm saying. And you got it. And it's happened. That's
Look,
been.
we're passionate people. We would have some of the best fights in the world. But at the
We
end,
need a show about that.
we do.
one.
We can have a show about it.
Oh,
Trust me, we had some of the best fights I've ever had. However, at the end, it worked
yes.
because we both were passionate with what we wanted to accomplish.
That's what those were about your passion, my passion, coming together and how good and great it made it.
But do you find in what you do, if you're good at it as you are, it's not just about therapy of reading the other person, it's also you're opening up yourself.
Of course.
You're giving of yourself when you decorate.
And being honest and open about it.
That's right.
Yes.
You're showing something about yourself to that piece of paper.
Transparency,
Yeah.
yes, you got it. You're the same.
Yeah.
That's how it works. And a lot of people can't be open and fight and say, well, that's how I think. And that's, wait, I remember the day I'm moving the sofa. No, it goes this way. You're like, no, no, no. And you're going like that. No, Bob, it goes this way. Yeah, but I like it this way. Yeah, Bob, but okay, I think it should go this way. And I wait a minute. Hello.
And this was a true story. We had two sets of moving men, and one was pushing this way, one was pushing that way, and we're screaming at each other.
But you sold out the community. So however
the couch wound up,
sold out.
that's right. It worked.
So that was great. And the pillows look good in that sofa, didn't they?
They did
So it
great.
didn't matter how the sofa sat. How about that?
Exactly. And at the end of the day, who cares about the damn sofa?
That's what I always say.
But you want us, it's the detail that make the difference.
I always say that.
Exactly.
That's what
So what's next for Perla? You got your TV show, you're doing your decorating. What's around the corner?
I don't
How do
know,
you ever even know?
whatever the universe will bring. I mean, that's I'm always saying that's why I titled this book, You Can't Make This Up.
Yep.
You can't make this up. And well, actually, I always say, yes, I can. I mean, you do. You make it as you go.
Of course.
Whatever comes, you feel it, and then you feel your way, and then you do it. That's how you do it. Where you gotta wait for universe to put you in that situation, and you make the lemonade out of the lemon. You make the best out of it. That's
So one last question, because decorating can be a very frightening experience for people.
yeah.
They buy an apartment. First of all, they don't know who to go to, what decorator to use. How do they know? How do we go to Perla Lichi and say, okay, Perla is the person I want to do? How do you overcome Bob Shelley's fear about, because first of all, on the surface, people say, okay, Perla Lichi is known for the palace, for that classical, for the gilded ceilings, for the columns. And yet you do a little of everything. But how does somebody know to come to you? How do you get it's a frightening experience. I mean, I see it on the island.
Yeah, well, I gotta tell you, whoever's thinking that, they haven't been looking at my website lately. I gotta be honest with you, because I do palaces and I do a lot of modern. I would say the past 8 years, I've been doing all modern. If you look at this book, you're not gonna find one classic piece here. It's all modern. I'm just gonna show you here. It's all modern.
Yeah,
You go
beautiful.
through the book,
Beautiful.
But I do get the palatial people, like I'm doing a castle in Wellington right now, because they know I'm the only game in town that will do a castle. I'm the only game in town that will do a palace, because I've done so many that'll come to me. But I'm doing condos, remodeling condos in Fort Lauderdale, like you wouldn't believe, of the Hermitage, all over in Toscana, in Highland Beach, in Boca, because they know I can do modern.
Yeah.
To me, design is understanding the person, understanding the space, understanding the vibe, and of course, show me one inspiration photo and I know my direction.
Yeah.
My ice cream shop doesn't just have I'm gonna use for palace the tutti frutti with the sprinkles on top. You want vanilla, I can do vanilla. You want caramel, I can do caramel. All the flavors are there. I can sketch anything. So it just depends on the person. I think it's more important the chemistry
You're right. Exactly.
of the person, how the person's gonna feel with me, relate to the personality, and feel comfortable. Because can I give you your style? Yes, I can. Show it to me and let me show you. Yeah. You know how it is, but it's not like buying one thing from a store, that's the one, because I don't have a store where I'm just gonna sell you this. My imagination is infinite, unlimited. I gotta feel you, I gotta understand you, I gotta see the space, and then I'll come out with the ideas. That's how I look at it.
Amazing.
Yeah, no, it's unlimited. So,
Well, I wish we had all day.
and then there's also a budget, by the way.
I was gonna say, there's a budget.
Yeah, I mean, people have to be realistic. There's going to be people that they think I'm expensive, but I got to tell you, a lot of the times I got to say that I am looking expensive because I'm good. I know where to put money in the right place. Remember, I worked with builders and developers for many years, and I was trained to put the money where you see it, not to where.
Correct. Right.
You'll tell them that. You can confirm that one.
Right. It's got to be the wow factor.
Yes, the wow factor will be where you need to see it, not
right,
where
not where you don't.
you don't. I was trained that way by the best. That's all. Important. So, that's how I see it.
Well, I am so thrilled. And really, it's sitting here with you now. It's like going back so long. It's like we never left.
We never did.
It's like the first day.
We never did.
And Perla and I, God, I can't tell you how many times we've been together, working together.
Yes.
And it's amazing because it started as a job. We started out as a business relationship. Just, it clicked.
It sure did.
And God knows how many. We probably sold together thousands of homes all over Florida
Yes, we did.
with your models and your ideas. And it was a teamwork.
Awards? What about the awards?
I know.
All the platinum awards on best of shows.
Right, right.
Let's not forget those. Yes.
Those were good days, weren't they?
It only gets better. So.
And then you left me and went to Dubai.
And then came back.
And now you're back.
He'll never forgive me for that one.
No, you won't. But anyway.
Told you.
Well, I want to thank you for joining us
Thank
today. This is really great. And we can't wait to see your show. It's
I
going to be
can't
sometime August, September.
Yes.
And it's
soon.
called The Decor Diva.
Decor Diva by Perla Lichi. And I can't do boring.
Well, you definitely don't do boring. Definitely don't.
I just say.
Thank you, my sweetheart. And we'll be right back. Welcome back. And this is a treat now because last time we met with Gabe, our chef, we had just hired him and we were talking about concept of what we're going to do on the island with the new restaurant when it was finished. Well, here we are. Aaliyah has opened. The island is open. The last coconut has opened. And I guess the question for you now is, did it meet your expectations? Did your vision come to reality?
Well, let me tell you, I think it's a little bit better than I thought it would be. We set out with high expectations, with a lot of pressure, a lot of ideas, and to see it all come to life and one piece by piece, starting with the pool, then rolling into Olea. It was really, we did the Jewish holidays as well.
Right.
Mother's Day.
Yeah.
So all of those pieces kind of came together piece by piece instead of all at once. And it really gave us the time to really roll out perfectly.
I remember when we spoke originally, and I remember this because when we met with Thaddeus, who's our food and beverage director, it's one thing you come to a place and you say, okay, we're going to open up a new restaurant and you can do what you want with it. And then it actually happens that you get the chance to do actually whatever you want to do. But the word of mouth has been amazing. The people have loved it. The food is excellent. The service is excellent. But it's an ambience. It's a total package you've created. It's not just a piece of steak. It's everything that goes with it.
Yeah, so we focused, number one, on the ingredients. And we worked as a team collaborating to come up with all the menu items. And we feel like we have a lot of wins on the first menu, but I think there are some areas of opportunity as well. So we're excited we're already working on our new menu coming up here for the fall.
Oh.
And we're going to probably start launching that in the next couple of weeks. We have some surprises coming right
now. Do you do the whole menu or you slowly interject different items into the existing?
So what we do is we look at what's selling well what we're getting great feedback on, and we know those are our favorites, so we're going to keep those. Then we're going to layer in some new things, maybe like a different pasta, or maybe a new fish dish, or maybe a special steak at a higher level. And I think we've seen that lobster is doing well, so we'll probably add a lobster of some kind, and we'll keep going in that direction.
Yeah, it's interesting because the only complaint I get, and it's a good complaint, when you sit down, you always have a little something that you bring out, and it's always something different every week or so. And the complaint is, why can't we get that as an appetizer? It's so good. Who comes up with that little something that is amazing? By the way,
This actually, that's interesting. We call that our amuse-bouche.
Okay.
Which just means little bite, so one biter. And I think that's the idea with an amuse-bouche, is to get somebody wanting more.
Yeah.
And that's the whole plan, is to give somebody something that gets their appetite going, gets their brain going, gets them excited for the next thing to come. Yeah, sure, you could do a whole dish of it, but I bet you wouldn't be.
No,
it wouldn't
I
be
understand.
exciting.
But it's true. It's so good.
So the way those come about is we have about 7 days of opportunity before the next week. So once we already decide what we're doing, that's when we start working on the next one. It's not the day before, the night before. We find out what's in season. We find out what would be great for a palate cleanser, something clean and interesting, and then we go from there, and we all brainstorm together. But most of the time, it's something that I put together for the team to execute.
You know, it's interesting because when you start out in your career, you have levels of where you accomplish certain things at certain times in your life. And here you are now. I mean, you opened up Bourbon around the corner, which you started the whole place. And it was amazing for years and years and years. And then you come here and you open a whole new restaurant, concept slightly different, but different ambience, different food, different ideas. Whereas you have clear control of all of this. That must be an exciting time of a career of a chef.
Yeah, it's exciting and also nerve-wracking.
Okay.
It's all on my shoulders. And in order to keep it up, like Bourbon was great for the entirety of the time I was there, 15 years
it was
on an upward trajectory. And in order to do that, it requires a certain amount of gentle pressure, and you have to a minor amount of intensity in order to keep it going.
And I had a restaurant for 5 years because it was a jazz club. So, of course, the food was more mom pop, steaks, chops, chickens. And we had to get it finished before the show began. But how do you keep it interesting? I mean, after a while, like you said, Bourbon, 15, 16 years. After a while, does it ever get to a point where, oh, no, I got to go in and make the same steak again? But here, you don't have to feel that, do you?
Not really. I mean, what we do is we try and keep ourselves up in what's trending in the world through magazines and cookbooks. We go out to eat in exciting restaurants to see what's fun and what we can maybe introduce into our world. And then you constantly have to evolve. If you stay the same, you're not going to, it's not going to be fun.
So this must be exciting for you.
It's very fun.
And you have a great team. I mean, between you and Thaddeus and Jeff, who has such great food and beverage experience, it must be great to work together with all three of you just as a team.
Yes, it's never a dull moment.
No, I'm sure it's not. And I'm sure you all have your own ideas, and I'm sure it gets heated.
Yeah, we work really well together. Thaddeus is super creative, and he directs us from the top. Jeff, obviously with his food and beverage background, has an encyclopedia of knowledge for all of us. And then even some of the culinary team that I brought over from previous jobs and previous experience, they've been able to help me get quickly to where I need to get to as far as the food quality and consistency.
Do you find the people that are coming in now appreciating it, your efforts?
Yeah, so one thing I try to do is make it to the dining room every night. I know you always see me when you're here.
Yes.
Do that every night, whether you're here.
That's great. That's great.
And I try and meet new people. I met some new members on Saturday night. They were really into the ambiance and the food, and they wanted to talk to the chef. So that was great. But yeah, it's one of those things. If you don't know who you're cooking for, it's much more difficult to hit.
Oh, I'm sure.
Spot on.
Well, I understand we're going to have some fun now because we're going in the kitchen.
Yeah, we're going to do some, we're going to just show you how some of the things are created. I just thought I'd do a pizza, a pasta, and a steak.
Wow.
One of the things with our pasta is that we do a hand-rolled pasta, and I think the shrimp dish is nice and light. Fits the restaurant really well. The pizza here is hand stretched and baked to order. We'll show you how we do that. And then as far as the steak, it's unique just like bourbon, but I did a little different. We're doing an olive oil poach. So it's a slow, steady cooking inside olive oil with some aromatics.
So you're going to show off all your secrets now.
Yes, sir. A few.
That's great. Well, I can't thank you enough. We're going to have fun in the kitchen, but it's a pleasure having you. It's like you're part of the family here, and it's people love you. They think the world of you. They love what you're doing. And it's interesting. 8 months ago, 6 months ago, we were talking about what's going to happen here. Look what happened.
And
Look what you did.
Looking forward to the future and what we're going to make.
Well, we're not done. We're just the beginning.
Thank you.
And we'll be right back. And when we come back, we're going in the kitchen. So you're not done yet. We'll be right back. Well, we hope you enjoyed the show today. It was great fun doing it. And I want to remind you, November 20th is our big soiree welcome back party to the island. Do not miss it. It's going to be fantastic. And it's our first of the year, and it's the first of many events that we will be holding here on the island. So please, November 20th, hold the date, make your reservation early. And if you're coming for the holidays, we have special holiday dinners coming up for the Rosh Hashanah Yom Kippur holidays. So please make your reservations as soon as possible to the events we have here. And we'll see you next month for the next show. Have a good day.